kind of coach you need today?
You answer that question.
Oh, well, there you go again. No, that's bull crap.
I hope there's Bigfoot.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
We put the pedal to the metal.
I'm bitterly disappointed. Can't make that any more clear.
Did you? No. Okay. Next question.
And, thanks for asking.
Hard to believe that Mike Gundy rant, the famous one, come after me, I'm a man, I'm 40. That was 11 years ago this week. No such rant in the SportsCenter press conference. It is our coach's job to answer some of the biggest questions around the country. And this week, there were plenty to discuss. Mack Brown, our coach today, having to answer our tough questions about yesterday. And, Coach, the big one in the Pac-12. You had Oregon taking on Stanford. Oregon dominated this game throughout. They had an opportunity to put the game away left under a minute. They had second down, up 3, one timeout left, and they run the ball and they fumbled it, and that was the difference. What do you make of Oregon's decision not to take a knee and to run a play that cost them the game?
Well, first, let me brag on David Shaw. This was David Shaw being David Shaw, because Stanford kept their cool and just kept playing and gave themselves a chance to win. Most teams would have quit because in the fourth quarter they had no chance to win. Secondly, when you're Oregon, you've got to finish the game with the ball. Any way that you can do that. You've got a coach upstairs, and he has a little chart that says, at this point in the game, take a knee. If you don't take the knee, obviously you give it to your best and most secure ball carrier, maybe your quarterback at this time, he's 6'6", 240, and you run straight ahead, and you don't have a guy fighting for extra yards like Oregon did because the ball can be stripped out. But no question, the victory formation is the most exciting formation in football. It's a chance to sit down with a knee and kill the clock, and that's what Oregon should have done.
Coach,
John.
Virginia Tech went on the road against winless Old Dominion. They gave up 632 total yards, the most ever by a Bud Foster defense. Explain to me, how does this happen?
Well, I'm sure that every coach in America is sitting there today saying, how does this happen too? Because they're trying to figure it out at Virginia Tech as well. Number one, I wouldn't have gone to Old Dominion because your player, I would have said, I'm not going. I'm sorry. I'm not taking my team to Old Dominion. Old Dominion's 0-3. They've lost to FIU, they've lost to Charlotte, and they got blown out by Liberty. So your players are reading on social media, hearing from their parents, hearing from the Virginia Tech fans, there's no chance that you can lose. There's an old adage in coaching. When there's no chance that you can lose, look out, brother, because it's about to come. And then the starting quarterback gets benched. A 5'10" guy comes in who's never played in a ball game that was a walk-on that nobody wanted and throws for 500 yards against you. I mean, and then you lose your starting quarterback. So it is an absolute nightmare. You burn that one, and you go back to work and start the season over if you're Virginia Tech.
You could say it's a nightmare, Coach, too, for Scott Frost, his Nebraska team 0-3 after falling to Michigan. I know we're in a press conference, but we're going to get meta. I want you to listen to his press conference.
We got to find a way to get better. We're not ready to beat a team like this yet, but the key word to me is yet, because I know where it's going. It certainly isn't happening as quickly as I would like, but I'm kind of excited because it's not going to get worse than this, and it's only up from here.
Okay, you're proficient in coach speak. What does he mean, and what does he have to be excited about?
He means I'm in my first year at my university in my state, and I've got time to get this thing fixed. He means that I brought my complete staff with me, so I trust these guys, and now we've got to get our fundamentals for this program set in the first year because we don't have a second year to do this. Not worried about wins and losses right now. We're learning about putting our culture in place and moving forward, which we will win in the long run at Nebraska, probably not Saturday.
Coach, let's move on from some coach speak. Talk Big 12. Oklahoma struggled, lucky to beat Army yesterday. Oklahoma State loses to Texas Tech. Texas beats TCU. West Virginia takes care of K-State. So let's shoot straight. Who has the edge in the Big 12?
I think right now you'd have to say West Virginia. Their defense yesterday, who had been criticized, held Kansas State to 91 yards rushing, and Bill Snyder knows how to run the football. And Will Greer throws for 500 again and 4 or 5 touchdowns. So with Oklahoma struggling some on defense, I think it's definitely Oklahoma and West Virginia, but I think you have to give West Virginia the nod. This press conference is over.
Hey, Coach, one more question.
No, it's over.